Hey all, this is Andy from Tennis with Andy. So I have my 500th subscriber. It's really exciting, and I feel like I have all the freedom, like I did before, to basically release content, any content that I feel like talking about. So today, you saw the title, and I'll say it again: Carousel and My Tennis HQ, they're goats of YouTube tennis. Caruso, he's a former hidden partner for Naomi Osaka, current coach, one of the coaches for Marcus Giron, and he's done some really good videos. He had a nice collaboration with Winston Dew on transforming him from a 4.5 to even a better player. But the particular videos that really have touched me and like really have changed my tennis are his backhand videos. I'll try and leave a link right here and right here. But basically, I mean, if you've seen his backhand, it's a clean shot. And not just, it's one thing to be able to hit it cleanly, but to be able to provide very clear, concise instructions for rec players like myself and I guess like you too, to be able to follow. So, I mean, there are numerous things that I've learned from the videos. I'll just say a couple, like really simplifying the footwork, right? And unit turn, step left, and then if you're ready, step left, and then step forward and angle with your right foot. And that's pretty much it, right? And I think for me, something that I used to do is that instead of just turning my shoulders, right, and my upper body, I turn my lower body too. So I close off my body too quickly, and then it would enable me to open up the hips and really swing all the way through on the two-hander. So that's one thing. And then like I love how he doesn't overemphasize topspin, right? I mean the two-hander is generally a flatter shot, but like you could get good topspin with the right motion. And like I think for me, like watching tennis a lot, like if you watch the pros and fast high speed, like you see, I'm not sure whether I can do this, but you see like a Nishikori, for example, and to like if you're looking at it at full speed view, it looks like he's breaking his wrist, like doing something like this, where he's really just go down, racket flip, etc., ulnar deviation, pronation, whatever. But like watching my tennis HQ and watching their videos in terms of, yeah, you really don't want to be doing too much with your wrist, if anything at all. It's really changed. So like I was able to do that, and then as well, in order to get topspin, really following the Nike swoosh sign. So again, one problem that I had is I have a good take back, but then I would just from the take back just go directly into the swing instead of following, tracing my arm out in a swoosh sign, right? And the shallower the swoosh, the flatter the shot. If you want to do a more top spinny shot, do a big swoosh and swing up. That's it. I mean, that's again, it's sort of like I look at those videos whenever I'm having like bad backhand weeks or something, or I forget how to hit a backhand. And Karu, like, great job. And this is something that's really changed my tennis life. And for all the two-handers out there, I highly recommend that you use that video. And so Carousel, he's using the Yonex VCORE 95 2023. I jokingly mentioned to him in one of the comments on his videos that he should be the face of this racket. And actually thinking about it, he should be the face of this racket. Like, I think if you go back to Yonex VCORE line, everyone that uses Yonex, or yeah, pretty much everyone that uses Yonex or endorsed has a great backhand. This goes from Naomi Osaka to Stanislas Wawrinka using his Yonex VCORE or Yonex VCORE 95D, right? Then Chapeau, obviously. Then going back a little further in time, Leighton Hewitt, Dementieva, and who can forget David Nalbandian. So all great two-handers, but like if you look today's age with YouTube, social media, etc., the people that I associate the VCORE 95 with are two. That's Carew and Marcus Giron. And we can see that Marcus, I think he's using the Percept line now. So like in terms of clean shots, I definitely see Carew as a face. So Yonex, if you're listening, I think you'll be able to reach that audience that you're looking for by having Carew endorse this racket, right? And actually use it too. So now, excuse me, a little bit of a cough. Going back to my first impressions of the racket, I'm gonna get some water. I'm coughing up a bit. Sorry, excuse me for a second. Yeah. So I've been using this for maybe a week, 2 weeks now, and it's interesting racket. Like the tip, like Yonex is the only company that I know that really changes significant changes to a racket line, and it's not just cosmetic. I mean, they changed the actual shape of the racket. They made it more flatter up here. It looks like it looks more rectangular. I think the grommet or the string spacing is a bit bigger. What else did they do to it? Not too sure, but like it definitely plays different. And I've used 4 different lines of this racket. Let's see, yeah, 4 different lines. I used the 95D, right, the one that Wawrinka uses. I used the 2018, the Tango Red version. I used the 2021, that red one with the little ugly blue stripe around here, and then the 2023. So what I can say, like, in terms of updates between this and the 2021, I feel like this one, the 2023, is more raw than 2021 version. And like with the 2021 version, I think that's more suited towards, I mean, it's a great racket, the 2021 version. I think that's suited towards the modern, like, baseliner sort of game. And that, like, with all the other versions of the VCORE, I felt the need and the urge to slap on 4 grams at 3 and 9 and then use a leather grip. But with the 2021, I feel like it may need just like 1 or 2 grams at 3 and 9 and then using a stock grip. And with that, like, you just get that, I think it's a little bit stiffer. So you get that easy spin. It doesn't feel as stable coming to net, but like for the baseliner, you just kind of stay back, spin the ball lots of times, and come to the net for a handshake or for an easy volley. So that's why I like the 2021. I thought it was very good for that sort of game. But at the same time, I think after using 2021, that's why I experimented with other rackets, because I was just like, I'm not that type of player. When I'm at my best, I'm intimidating people at net, hitting big serves, coming in, hitting flat, hard forehands, and coming into net, right? 2021 version, I felt like more like, let me just stay back, rally, be consistent, hit lots of nice cross-court tosses and backhands, which is fine, right? But it's just not what my game should be. So with this version, the 2023, I noticed that it sort of plays in between the 2021 and 2018. So like it's not as raw as the 2018, but I get more spin than the 2018 version. And then it's also rock solid in terms of the net. And like it was rock solid in stock form. And then even when I added my leather grip and the 4 grams at 3 and 9, it made it even better. And as well, I widened the palette for the grip. I have a previous video, I'll show it right here, maybe right here, if you can see, where I show you how to make the grip shape a little bit wider. So I did that, and it's more of the grip size that I like, and grip is really important for me. So I really like that. Serves, I think that's the biggest thing I want to mention. Serves are a blast with this racket. Like, I was bombing serves, bombing big first serves, good second serves as well. Maybe not as much spin, I'd say, as my second serves with the 2021, but it more than makes up for the pace I'm getting on first serves. Forehand is good with this racket, and I felt like the forehand on the VCOREs have always been a little bit of a liability for me. But I think the forehand is pretty good on this one. It's not launching like some of the other versions, but it lets you hit through the ball and gives you enough spin to keep the ball in play. Backhand, it's amazing. Both the two-hander, rock solid, and then the one-hander too. I think like with the VCORE 95, every edition I've hit with the one-hander has been really good, and this one is no exception. So I know I've been talking a lot. If you have the 2021 version, is it worth an update? I think I'd say it depends. It depends on your style of game. If you're more of a aggressive all-court player who likes to come to the net to finish the point off, it's definitely worth a demo and possibly an update. How do I compare this to the other racket? I know I had a comment before. Somebody wanted me to compare this to the Pure Aero 98. And I think it's again, it just depends on what your cup of tea is. Based on, for me, I think this one would be a better fit, the VCORE 95 2023, just because I want to be able to have my variety in terms of hit my loopy balls, hit short balls, like be rock solid at the net and finish off points at the net. With the Pure Aero 98, that's a very good racket. I think it's inherently, I feel like it has more potential in the right user. You can hit really big shots, and it actually forces you to go for a shot every time. I prefer, when I'm looking for the Pure Aero 98 versus the previous version, the Pure Aero VS. Actually, if injury issues weren't a consideration, I would say the VS. I prefer that raw feel. I felt like it was easier on, more natural on the two-hander. Really good top spin, enough power, great kick on my kick serves. That was the VS. The 98, they made it more comfortable, a little bit more stable, so it doesn't need as much weight at 12 o'clock. But I feel like it lost some of that raw feel that you would get with the VS. But again, with the VS, I feel like that raw feel led me to some injuries. So, but all right, I know this has been a long video. Main comments: Karu, Cell, and my Tennis HQ. They're goats of YouTube tennis. VCORE 95 2023, solid racket. Put Karu as the face, and then Pure Aero 98. I love that as well. It's just for a different type of player, more for a aggressive baseliner. So this is Andy from Tennis with Andy signing off. Play smart and see results.